Look, just imagine. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and welcome to day 1331 of What's She Up To Now, documenting the journey, of course, as I transition from brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world, a little bit of back and forth. Now, I wanted to say, and I didn't say it in the title, just imagine. There's a lot of people that have controversy and have a challenge with the word just. I like the word just because it's a qualifier. We can use it to soften something, or we can use it to make something seem like it's going to be a little bit less of a sacrifice or less strenuous or less of a struggle than it is. So a lot of people think that using their imagination, imagining things is a challenge. It's hard for them. When I first started to imagine and visualize things, I thought, I have no imagination. I'm terrible at this. I'm a nerdy engineer. I think in terms of reality, my reality, of course, because we imagine our own reality, each and every one of us, but I had a hard time with it. And so I would say, well, just imagine this or just imagine that to myself to soften the belief that I couldn't imagine things, that I didn't have an imagination. Now, the truth is, as a kid, I had an incredible imagination, just like almost every child does before it's beat out of us in the school system and by peer pressure and other people telling us that's a stupid idea or a stupid thought or get your feet on the ground, get your head out of the clouds, all the things that well-meaning people tell us when they want us to take our life seriously. Well, imagination is one of the most amazing skills that we can have when it comes to being creative problem solving. Actually creating the life that we want begins in our imagination. So I like to say, just imagine. I don't have as big a problem with the word just as I personally do with things like the word try or hope. I have a bigger problem with the word hope personally than with just, and same with try. I also have a problem with the word struggle and hustle and things like that because they raise negative connotations in me. Struggle, I think struggle is optional. If I'm making a choice, then I'm not struggling. I might struggle to make that choice, but I don't do that anymore either because I have decision-making tools that I use to make decisions really quickly and really easily. One of the most important things you can do is become a good decision maker, a good problem solver, and a good decision maker. Totally different things, by the way. Problem solving is the process. Decision making is making the choice. And then after that comes, of course, taking the action that supports the decision that came from the problem solving process. Again, I digress. So imagination. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your imagination, your ability to imagine things, to visualize, to picture things in your mind? This is one of those skills that came in really, really handy and still continues to in the real estate industry. People that have a vision and can imagine what a property is going to look like down the road after it's fixed up and rehabilitated and changed do incredibly well in real estate investing because they can see what it's going to look like. The vast majority of people don't have that ability, don't have the vision that they can look at a piece of a dump, let's say a dump property, really, really bad. And I've seen some really bad properties in my day. But if you can imagine what it would look like transformed, then you have a better idea of determining if you want to do that project or not. That's true of anything. If we can imagine what our life is going to be like and what we want it to be like, then we can transform and create that life. We're always, wherever we are right now, is just where we are right now. It's never where we want to be, right? I don't know hardly anybody that says, my life is absolutely 100% perfect in every area and aspect of my life. I wouldn't change a thing. I don't want anything more in my life. I just want to I want this day to be like Groundhog's Day. I want every day to be just like today. Well, God bless you, whatever you believe, if that is your life and your situation right now. But I have yet to meet a person that would absolutely positively say that to me. I think even some of the people that we look up to and admire that are the most successful people in the world, in our opinion, because it's going to be different for each and every one of us, they would still, if you could have a conversation with them one-on-one, an honest heart-to-heart conversation, they would admit to you that although on the outside their life might look perfect to other people, there's a whole lot of stuff going on inside of it and inside of them that isn't perfect yet, or isn't perfect for them yet, isn't exactly like they want it to be yet. As awesome as my life is and as many things as I love about it, it definitely isn't perfect yet. It isn't where I want it to be. I'm not where I want to be in several areas and aspects of my life. Some areas I've made more progress than others, and flip-flops and changes all the time as we live and experience our life. Things are changing all the time in every area and aspect of our life. We like to think, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could just figure this out once and for all and it would just stay the same. If you're expecting that in any area of your life, chances are you're going to be disappointed. I thought that I had my romantic life figured out and that I got married and I was going to be married for the rest of my life. Now divorced. I think it's been about 5-6 years now. So obviously everything doesn't go according to our plans. So imagination. We were talking about imagination. We started talking about imagination today in Supersize Your Business. Just shared some different idioms about imagination. Not where they came from, kind of what they mean. But then we started talking about how can we use imagination to supersize and build our business, to create the life that we want. Everything, if we look around ourselves and if we look even at ourselves in the mirror, we would realize that everything that exists started in someone's imagination. We even started in our parents' imagination, right? They might not have thought long and hard about it if maybe we were an accident, but we still exist because they imagined it, right? So obviously I've got imagination on the brain today and for the next couple of days, probably because I'm doing some creative projects and doing some trainings and some learning and absorbing some new information. Lots going on, actually. Doing a reading challenge, doing a retreat last week, a retreat this week, or actually a workshop this week. Retreat last week, workshop this week. Did a bunch of VIP sessions last week for people, doing other people's programs, helping other people to practice their programs with me in terms of VIP sessions as well. So that's been last week and this week. We're going to do several of those. And still ferreting out and doing different business projects as well. Funnel Hacking Live is this week. I think I say this every year. I am missing Funnel Hacking Live again this year, and I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm a little sad, but I'm not. It's an incredible experience. It's one of my favorite events of all time that I've attended, and so I miss it and I miss not going. But I also know that I've got other things that are more important for me to be doing right now than traveling to Florida and having a great time, engaging with amazing people and just like fun. But that's okay, because we have to do what's right for us at any given moment. And so as much as I am missing out a little bit on it, I'm not afraid of missing out. It's just, again, it's a choice. When we make a choice to do or not do something, we're not sacrificing all of the possibilities of the things that we haven't done. I am becoming really a disliker of opportunity cost. I know it was a big thing in corporate America. We always looking at the opportunity cost of things. But the truth, it's the same thing as the online version of fear of missing out. It's a made up thing to actually, it's supposed to be seen from a positive to make us appreciate things more, but it has just the opposite effect. Marketers use fear of missing out and scarcity to make us feel bad about something, to make us make a decision that if we were going to make it, if it was right for us, we would have made that decision anyway. And I think that scarcity and lack drives so many things in our lives, and it's made up things in our lives, because there really isn't scarcity and lack. There's plenty for all of us to have everything that we need on the planet. It's just that some people hoard things, and some people automatically and creatively create scarcity and lack so that everybody else wants their thing more. And I'm meat-axing this discussion, but it's just one of those things that I'm like, nah. Opportunity cost, I used to buy into it, and I used to calculate it and figure it out and pay attention to it. And fear of missing out, I think it was fear of missing out that triggered my thing with opportunity cost is BS. And it is, because it's like fear. It's like being afraid of something. And look at how fear is being manipulated in our world right now. And I guess it always has been. There's always been people that have used fear to hoard over and have power over other people. And it makes me sad, because fear, again, having to build up fear in other people is a sure sign of lack and scarcity. And feeling the desire that you have to have everything for yourself because there's not enough to go around. The only reason you have to hoard or be greedy or be dishonest or steal or lie or cheat is out of fear. And I think once you realize that, the stuff that other people do doesn't have the power over you anymore, because you realize how sad and pathetic they really are. And we've got a lot of examples of sad and pathetic and greedy behavior going on right now in media and politics and in every area and industry and walk of life. Actually, it happens in every industry. There's good and evil in everything. And it's up to us to be attracted to what is important for us. I am saying, hey, like, good always wins. Good's going to trump evil all the time. And so I am attracted to the light. So I'm going to continue to be attracted to the light. So that imagination, obviously I'm going off on a tangent with imagination today. Imagination, supersize your business. For our annual challenge today, to do one thing every day that centers us, a little journal book, do one thing every day that centers you, was all about what I call a walking meditation. It says go outside, walk around, breathe, relax, let your worries and doubts and fears go, and then see how you feel and share that with us on Sharon Horne-Ellstrom page, to do one thing every day that centers us. And that's our annual challenge. And our annual challenge is all about you, all about me getting to know myself better, you getting to know yourself better, and how that can possibly impact our life. I gotta tell you, I feel a lot better than I did 263 days ago about who I am, what I want, what I'm going for, the direction of my life, what's important to me, what's just not important to me anymore. Believe it or not, people can't change us, but we absolutely positively do change ourselves if we choose to. And a lot of the core things that were important to me ever since I was a kid are still important to me, but there are things that I thought was important, that I thought I wanted to do in my life and with my life, and now I'm like, nah, not so much. Don't care if I ever do that. Thought I wanted to do it back when I was younger, but now I'm like, I could have maybe done it when I was younger, but I didn't make it a priority because other things were a higher priority and more important to me. And now I don't even want that. I don't even want to do that thing. So that's it. That's all I've got today. Lots of commitments today, so I'm going to sign off. Go out, make it an awesome day. Any questions, anything that you're struggling with that you just don't have somebody to ask, please ask. Like I say, I don't necessarily know that I have the exact specific answer for you, but I guarantee that you do, and that together we can get at it in just a minute or two. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.